Welcome to Hot Topic, the show with hot foods and even hotter debates. I'm your host, Shane, and today we have two guests that will argue the hottest of topics while eating the hottest of foods. The rules are simple. Win the coin flip, pick your topic from the two provided, and tell us why you're right. Now, contestants, please introduce yourselves and what you do.
Hi, my name is Remy. I'm 17 and I go to Cadillac schools.
All right. Hi, Remy.
I'm Brooklyn. I am 18 and I also go to Cadillac schools.
That's awesome. The winner of this competition will win our special collection of hot sauce. Now, let's move on to the meat of the show. Contestants, here are your topics. First topic, summer versus winter. Will you flip the coin backstage? And Brooklyn, you have one. So which one do you choose?
I'm going to choose summer.
All right, which means you're going to be arguing the side of winter. All right, why don't you start us off? Go ahead and take your bite and begin.
All right. I like summer, especially because you get to hang out with your friends and go to the beach. You also get to have bonfires and you get to go to parties. You also get to do a lot of other things, like you get to go swimming, you get to go to water parks and roller coaster parks. You also get to just do a lot of things because, you don't have to bundle up in 10,000 piles of clothes. So,
All right, nice job. I bet summer's as hot as those Cheetos you're eating. Remy, tell us why you're right.
I'd say that a lot of the things that you have argued before, I could say I would have to disagree, because with bonfires, you could still have them in the winter, albeit maybe a little bit chillier, but, you can still have one. As well as you can still have your friends and hang out with them, sledding, ski boarding, doing all those wintertime activities. Going to parties as well. A lot of times that happens a lot. I mean, Christmas parties, New Year's parties, those happen all during the winter. Why wouldn't they? Yeah.
All right, great job. Now, Brooklyn, tell us why she's wrong.
well, first off, a lot of clothes is bundling up. And bonfires during the winter is kind of just, it doesn't really make sense because not only are you outside being cold, but then you want to have a bonfire, so then you have to go outside and be all cold to start the bonfire. Christmas parties are gross, just straight out. People always fight and it's just terrible. Skiing and snowboarding, oh my gosh, you have to bundle up in 10,000
All right, great job. All right, Remy, go ahead and take a bite and tell us why she's wrong.
Christmas parties, yeah, at times when it's with your family, yeah, they're usually awful. Christmas parties with friends and everything, more often fun than not. I will say though, arguments with family, maybe not the greatest, but you can get presents during the winter. Summertime, you maybe have a birthday or something like that, but you don't really get that many presents. You don't really get that many prizes during that time. As well as snowboarding and skiing is pretty fun. As well, bundling up, it might not seem that fun.
All right, great job. Now, I'm a summer baby, so I'm a little biased towards summer. But hot topic, guys. Now, we're going to move on to our last topic of this first round. Movies versus books. Now, Remy, you didn't get to pick first last time, so it's your choice this time.
Books.
Books? All right. That means you got the side of movies. So, Remy, why don't you take your bite and begin?
Books in and of themselves portray what the author is thinking way more than movies. With movies, they kind of, they go at a shot, they go at a style. They don't really convey what the author is thinking. They don't convey how the author is feeling. With some movies, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, the movie was downright awful. They changed a lot of the stuff in with powers of the kids and such not. With the book, they had a smooth transition with each scene. They actually made you feel something. With the movie, it just was very lackluster.
All right. Great job. All righty. Brooklyn, go ahead and take your bite and tell us why you're right.
So I prefer movies over books sometimes. When I would read the Harry Potter series, I really did not like the books. They were too specific on certain things. And the movies, on the other hand, when you were to watch the movie, you were understanding on what was going on, not only were you being able to visualize it, but you were also able to understand the feelings and the actions of the character.
All right, great job. All right, Remy, go ahead and tell us why she is wrong.
The visualization in movies and everything is great and all, but that is really up just for interpretation. With books, you're able to think like how you feel, how you want to act it out, or how you like see it in your own mind, how you see the characters. With movies, that's just set in stone, how you perceive said characters. And sometimes that just kind of leaves the fun out of it. As well as just books, generally overall, just like, they give you something.
Time's up.
Well, I would say that books are not always the best, especially because, like, if you were to have a person who just does not know how to read, or say a younger kid, and they want to watch a movie, and in the same movie, maybe a book, but they may prefer to watch the movie over reading the book, because kids prefer the visualizing than reading books.
All right, great job, you guys. Now, the judges and I will decide who is the winner of round one, and we'll be back with that answer right after the break.
Hi, my name is Morgan Blattner. I'm 17 years old and I'm from Bear Lake, and I'm a judge.
All right. So for the first round, Remy and Brooklyn were arguing the sides of summer versus winter. Now, who do we think won that first round?
I think Remy won that round because Brooklyn had a bunch of topics, a bunch of like things that you can do in summer that you can also do in winter, but she said you couldn't do it in winter, but you could easily do all those things in winter too. Like she said you couldn't throw parties, but you could easily throw parties in the wintertime.
All right. What about when they were arguing books versus movies?
Books versus movies. Brooklyn had a really good point on that one because she said that there's a lot of people that can't read, so movies kind of benefit that part for those people. But I'm gonna have to go with Brooklyn.
All right. So who do we think won the first round overall?
I think it's a tie.
Think it's a tie?
Yeah.
I think Remy should have won the first round because I feel like she was more passionate about her topics.
Yeah, we'll just go with Remy, I guess.
Welcome back to Hot Topic. Before the break, the judges and I discussed the arguments of the contestants, and we have come to a conclusion. Remy, you are the winner of round one. Coming with the spoils of victory, you get to pick your first topic for this first round. So, how about we see what our topics are? Electric versus acoustic. This doesn't have to be specific to guitars. It could be electric cars versus acoustic cars or anything like that sort. So, Remy, why don't you take your bite and begin?
All right, I'll say acoustic. I personally like the more earthy sound that acoustic guitars personally make. Though albeit, it doesn't partake in with like jazz and everything or like, whatever. But I just like how it, what it gives. Oh my God. That one hit really bad. As well as, I don't know, it was one of the first instruments I ever picked up, and I think that the sound itself is great, as well as it's not too bad to replicate.
All right, great job. Brooklyn, you get the side of electric. Why don't you take your bite and begin?
Alrighty. I'm not quite sure about electric guitars, but I do know that when they are playing music, it is amazing. I personally like rock music, and most of the rock music, I'm pretty sure they use electric guitars. And they all sound really great, especially when they're mixed with the drum solos and yeah.
All right, great job. Remy, why don't you tell us why she's wrong?
I'd say, the electric is pretty good, but it's also, like, way more expensive than acoustic, like, a lot more, like, difficult to maintain, overall just kind of, like, they're kind of hard to, like, deal with, as well as just kind of, like, you can't really just like hold it out and play it on your own. Like you have to hook it up to a bass. You have to like do all these like steps in order to like, actually play it. As well as, yeah.
All right, great job. Now, Brooklyn, one more time, can you tell us why she's wrong?
Okay, so I feel as if she's wrong for the simple fact that the strings on a acoustic guitar can break really easy if you're really not careful with them. And also, they can sound weird sometimes, especially if they're not tuned properly. And also, if you tighten the strings too much on an acoustic guitar, they'll be more easier to break. And I'm not really sure.
All right, great job, contestants. Now, we're going to move on to the next topics of this segment. Crocodiles versus sharks. Now, Brooklyn, you get to pick your topic first this time, so what do you choose?
I'm gonna go with sharks because they are big, always, and they have really big teeth, and the moment that they smell blood, they go straight for the attack.
All right. So why don't you take your bite and actually begin your argument this time?
And with sharks, they just because they have such tiny brains does not mean that they don't use them as much as any other fish. Yeah.
All right, great job. Now, I mean, you get the side of alligator, so tell us why you're right.
Alligators, I'd argue, are more ferocious than sharks. Because, like, yeah, sharks, they're terrifying. They got a lot of teeth, but also they're in the ocean. How often are you going to be in the ocean? I mean, albeit, we're in a decently landlocked place with fresh water instead of, like, or I guess alligators are in fresh water. They are dangerous to us. So, yeah, alligators are a little bit more of a threat here than sharks. So I guess it's whatever. But also, sharks just kind of look cooler. They got like cool scales and everything. They also are pretty scary. They could hurt you a lot.
All right, great job. Now, Brooklyn, why don't you tell me why she's wrong?
Well, see, I think that she's wrong because not only can alligators be scary, but you can also have them as pets. Do you really want a shark as a pet? I don't think so. Well, as an alligator, they're more tendent to, bite people than sharks are. Sharks are pretty nice and really nice until you either bleed or they are hungry.
All right, great job. Now, why don't you tell us why she's wrong?
Alligators are cool. I mean, yeah, they're kind of scary. Yeah, they could hurt you, but you could also keep them as a pet. Now, you may say that, why would you want alligator as a pet? It's an alligator. Alligators are cool. There's nothing wrong with an alligator. They're ferocious, and I have seen one drive a quad bike or something like that. That was cool. They are really neat creatures. And also, in Florida, they just, sell them, straight off the bat. I've seen a few alligators.
All right.
Or gators.
Great job, you guys. Nice hot points. Once again, me and the judges will discuss your points and decide the winner. We'll be right back after the break.
For round number 2, I'm pretty sure Brooklyn has it under the bag. She had some really good points in her argument, and Remy didn't really hold out strong to anything she said.
Right.
Do you agree with me?
Yeah, I think I agree. Well, in the first round, Brooklyn was kind of weak with her electric guitar argument, but in the second half of that, I think she really brought it back.
I agree.
Right.
And with the crocodile and alligator one, Remy thought it was, oh my God. Crocodile and shark.
Yeah.
With the crocodile and shark one, Remy thought it was an alligator, but it was actually a crocodile. So I feel like that's got to be minus points something.
Yeah, but especially with Brooklyn bringing it back with the sharks versus alligators, crocodiles, whatever they are, she brought up some really good facts about sharks. She actually knew a little bit about her topic beforehand, which I think gave her the upper hand.
Yep. I agree. So Brooklyn, I think, has round 2 under the bag.
Welcome back to Hot Topic. We have decided the victor of round 2. Brooklyn, you are our winner. So, with the spoils of victory of the last round, you get to pick your topic this round. So, why don't we take a look at what our next topic is? Apple versus Android.
I'm going to take Android.
Alrighty. So, why don't you take a bite and tell us why you're right?
Well, I prefer Android, especially for the specific fact that it doesn't require so much attention and it's not going to break as easy as a typical iPhone would. So I'm not just going to drop my phone once and it completely crack like an iPhone would. You know, because they prefer their screens to be completely glass and the back of their phones to be glass, and everything's got to be fingerprint or face recognition.
All right. Great job. Now, Remy, why don't you tell us why she's wrong, or why you're right? Sorry.
All right. Now, it's really just about maintaining an Apple phone because Apple phones are superior with its, its face recognition. You know, as you said before, that might be a bad thing, but, being able to open your phone without doing much is pretty good. As well as taking care of it, that's just having to maintain it normally. With other stuff as well, it's just I've dropped my phone several times, but having a decent case, really just makes everything better. Not having one just kind of, that's going to lead to it breaking constantly.
All right. Great job. Brooklyn, why don't you tell us why she's wrong?
Well, see, I have a tendency to break things real easy, probably because I'm a big klutz. And so with my Android phone, I've had it for 3 years and don't even have a crack on the screen. And it's not that it's super easy to take care of. It's just the fact that, they don't break as easy as iPhones do because you can drop an iPhone, well, certain iPhones just once.
All right. Great job. Now, Remy, why don't you tell us why she's wrong?
All right. See, with the breaking and the clumsiness, I can understand why an Android might be better in that way. Taking care of stuff and maintaining it can be difficult, but if you want, just again, better camera, better apps on your phone, better quality of life things, you should go with an Apple. Even if so, you just gotta take care of it better. And being clumsy, it can happen and things can break. That's just life. It's just gonna be like that sometimes.
All right. Spicy debates. Now the judges We're gonna move on to the final topic of the final round. Cats versus dogs. The age-old question of who's better. Now, Remy, you get to pick your topic first.
Cats. Cats.
All righty.
Cats are a lot more low maintenance than dogs at times. With dogs, you have to take them outside. You have to you gotta go taking them out on walks. You gotta let them stretch their legs out. With cats, they just pretty much, they like staying at home more often than not. They like to, they like to laze about. They have litter boxes, albeit, a little annoying to take care of, but it's a lot less annoying than cleaning up a yard than just cleaning up one box. It just makes it a lot easier.
All right. Great job. Brooklyn, you're on the side of dogs. Why are dogs better than cats?
So a dog is your best friend, right? A cat will just go, let you pet him once and then he'll go lay down and not even see you for the rest of the day. The dog, on the other hand, he'll allow you to pet him. Dogs love going for walks, and walk is a good exercise. And you get to you get to have a constant best friend there with you. One that is not going to leave your side. And you could have been through so much with your dog, and your dog will still be there with you.
All right, time's up. Remy, for one final time, tell us why Brooklyn's wrong.
Cats know themselves, they do actually care more often than not. It's kind of just a myth that they just don't care. It's just how you take care of the animal and how you treat it. Well, it'll treat you the same. And sometimes, that can be rude, but so can dogs. There is some dogs out there that are ferocious and could be a lot more violent than cats in some respects, especially because cats are usually around the same size, with dogs being, depending on, really big, really small. Also, Chihuahuas are evil. Just straight up. That's not even a debate.
All right. Great job. Now, Brooklyn, for one final time, tell us why Remy's wrong.
Well, see, Remy is wrong for the simple fact that not only can cats be, they can be nice sometimes, but if you really anger a cat and the cat gets just mad enough, that cat can hurt you in ways that you've literally never been hurt before. Or I've been lockjawed by a cat, and that hurts so much to just even try to get it off your hand. Cats can be so abusive sometimes.
All right. Great points, guys. Now, for one final time, me and the judges will decide who the victor is after the break.
For round 3, I'm pretty sure Brooklyn has it too. She had some pretty solid arguments against the Android versus iPhone, and Remy didn't really have that many. She kind of just like repeated what Brooklyn said, but the opposite, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there was also like a certain lack of professionalism on Remy's side, so that certainly docks her a few points down.
Yep. And then with the cats versus dogs, I'm more of a dog person myself, so I'm just gonna have to go with Brooklyn.
Yeah, same here. Like I'm a dog guy myself as well.
So Brooklyn definitely won round 3.
All right. Welcome back to Hot Topic. Well, on the break, me and the judges decided our final winner of the finest ice cubes. Brooklyn, you are our winner. Here are your DMP Special Edition ice cubes. Thank you for joining us on our new show, Hot Topic. Tune in to CCTV for our next spicy episode.